Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's session, let's discuss about M1 strategy. The specialty of M1 strategy is we expect 5% to up to 20% immediate next day. We are not even carrying 2 days of time. We immediate next day, we want 5% to 20% rally. So that's the reason M1 is one of the most powerful strategy in my all the best strategies category. So let's understand how this M1 works and what are the conditions which I have added: the price action logic, indicator logic, and volume logic. So all these technical data inputs, how I connected and I made it such a highly qualified strategy. So first, let's understand the strategy rules. I created one slide for M1 rules so that you guys can understand in a better way. I'll show you same rules in the examples. You will understand more deeper and detailed. The first rule is recent swing high breakout. Any stock which is created last 5 days or last 1 week or few weeks, there is a swing high or previous pullback high. So it has to break out today. And the second condition is today's close greater than previous day close 13%. In the sense, let's say yesterday the stock has closed at 100 rupees. Today it must rally more than 13%. And the third condition is close greater than open. It means today should be a green candle. And fourth condition is RSI 60 to 80 zone. I'll explain you in the strategy why RSI we keep 60 to 80 zone. Then fifth condition is volume breakers breakout. This is the only condition which takes the highest weightage in all other conditions compared to. And the sixth condition is minimum 35 crore turnover. On the day when we're looking for a M1 trade, the daily turnover should be at least 35 crore. It can be 100, 200, 500 crore, but minimum it should be a 35 crore turnover should happen in a same day. And the seventh condition is market cap should be greater than 750 crore. So if we see small, micro, mid and large cap stocks, we want at least any stock which is trading above 750 crore with all these conditions is qualified. We take that stock as a M1 entry. And the eighth condition is price greater than 75 rupees. So we don't take any stock which is trading less than 75 rupees, or we go with the stock which is trading above 75 rupees. It can be 100, 200 or 300, but the minimum price of the share should be 75. So now let's discuss M1 strategy through examples so that you can understand more deeper. Let's say a few months back I got IOLCP. So if you observe this stock, a few months back exactly this zone. So I'll again, it's a BTST strategy. After my entry, I'm expecting 5% to 20% immediate next day. So which location I got the entry? Exactly in the closing of this big green candle. So when you study momentum trades, especially BTST trades, right, you must sacrifice some momentum to get the pending momentum. For example, if any trade which you take, it makes a higher high, it come for the higher low. In the higher low, exactly proper higher low, you can use Fibonacci or any other retracement logic, and you take the bottom as an entry. That becomes your bottom entry or higher low entry. But in basically momentum strategy or BTST strategy, when we try to take the entries, we sacrifice some momentum to get the pending momentum. Let's say this stock wants to rally from here to here. So we take the entry between the trend. We take the entry between the trend. So why we do this? Because when we take the bottom entries, right, it's not guaranteed immediately next day it will show up. It will take maybe 10 days, 15 days, a month. It's not immediate bounce back at the bottom. But in the middle of the trend, right, if we take the momentum entries, especially like M1 trades in BTST, there is a higher probability, 80 to 90% of the probability, the stock immediately next day it will rally. So that's the reason any momentum strategy we study, right, we sacrifice some momentum at the beginning, and the rest, whatever the pending momentum is there, we will capture and we come out from the stock. Now if you observe IOLCP stock, the first condition is the stock should give a upper band breakout. If you observe exactly here, which is 8 September 2025, it's a breakout. You may say 3rd September also there is a breakout. I'll tell you the difference. So now we got a breakout of the upper Bollinger Band, in the sense the stock is closed above the upper Bollinger Band, condition number 1. And condition number 2 is recent swing high breakout. Exactly, if you see, this is a recent swing high which is given a breakout. And third condition is RSI should trade 60 to 80 zone. If I add the RSI indicator, I have already added the RSI indicator, and you can see here 60 to 80 zone exactly here. This is a zone which is RSI is 60 to 80. You may ask why we are using 60 to 80 zone in RSI. Simple answer, 60 to 80 zone we call it as a momentum strength zone. Below 60 and above 50, above 50 is a buyer's control, below 50 is a seller's control, and above 60 is a momentum strength zone, and above 80 is a exhaustion. The momentum get exhausted. If any stock goes above 80, it's a zone where profit booking will takes place. So we want healthy momentum zone. So that is 60 to 80 zone. Basically we look for the momentum strength setups. So if you observe IOLCP, exactly it's trading at the momentum strength zone, which I have marked in yellow color. And then we got recent high breakout, and we got the upper Bollinger Band breakout, then momentum strength zone. And the fourth condition is volume. On the day, highest volume should trade if you compare to last 60 days volume. If I observe in last 60 days, on that day is the highest volume. You can check it out. Here is the highest volume is entered. This is the fourth condition. And the fifth condition is the stock should rally minimum 13% compared to the previous day close. You can see here from yesterday's close to today's close, the stock has rallied around 15.5%. Any percentage above 13% is good to go. Then you may ask why 13%? When we do analysis, right? If any stock has a capacity of going up 15% today, tomorrow we also take a equal probability. Tomorrow also it has a capacity to go up that much percentage. Only thing is we have to check the healthy, it's at the healthy momentum or exhaustion stage. So for that we are combining the latest higher recent swing high breakout, highest volume participation with the RSI Strength zone, and with a minimum 13% rally. And the last condition is volume breakers breakout. That stock should have a volume breakers breakout. So this is very, very important condition. All the M1 conditions, if you compare, highest weightage goes to volume breakers breakout. So let's quickly understand what is volume breakers breakout. In last 60 days, you must mark the highest volume. Exactly, if you see this location, the date was 30th July 2025. Highest volume is entered in last 60 days. This is the highest volume. And when M1 confirmations are meeting, all the upper band breakout and all other conditions are meeting, it should break the last 60 days highest volume, but it should not break the more than 2.5x of the previous volume. Let's say for example on 30th July 2025 we got 10 lakh volume is added or traded on that day. So today up to 25 lakh volume can come. It should not exceed more than 25 lakh volume. You may ask why volume breakers breakout is important. Simple guys, in any stock we identify two zones. Is it a healthy breakout or exhaustion breakout? So exhaustion means, let's say last 60 days highest volume is assuming let's say 10 lakh and today 1 crore, which is 10 times of the previous volume. So basically we call it as a volume exhaustion. So how I mentioned a recent price action breakout should be done. Similarly, recent highest volume, which is last 60 days highest volume, should give a breakout, but it should not exceed more than a 2.5x of the whatever the previous volume. That we call it as a healthy volume breakout. So once all these confirmations is done, you can check immediate next day we expect minimum 5% up to 20% rally. You can see here next day the stock has rallied 8.5%. That is very good move. And same if you observe Parag Milk also, a similar example. A few weeks back I was got Parag Milk. So let me explain one by one again. The first condition is it should give a recent price action breakout. Exactly, the recent high breakout is done. At the same time, we look for the RSI should be under healthy zone. Exactly, it's at the healthy zone. And the third condition is on the day it should break the upper Bollinger Band. Exactly, it's closing above the upper Bollinger Band. First time, if you compare in last 2 days or 3 days candles, it should give a first time breakout of the upper Bollinger Band. And the fourth condition is on the day highest volume should participate. Exactly, highest volume is participating. And the fifth condition is volume breakers breakout. This is very, very important. Whatever the in last 60 days highest volume bar it should mark, and today it should give a breakout of the last 60 days highest volume, but it should not exceed more than 2.5x of the highest volume in last 60 days. So after meeting all these criteria, next day we expect minimum 5% up to 20%. This stock has shot up 5.5% immediate next day. Now let's discuss about one or two latest trades. Then we'll discuss about the scanner part. With a one single click, how we can identify the stocks which meets the M1 criteria. So recently there's a stock called Orient Tech. If you see Orient Tech stock, exactly this location, if you observe very closely, you observe this location. the first condition, stock should give a breakout of the upper Bollinger Band. Exactly, this particular candle is closing above the upper Bollinger Band. And the second condition, latest swing high should give a breakout. If you observe the price here, it came, here is the lowest point, again a pullback, again lower low, pullback, again low, and there is a pullback. So we want, whatever the pullback high is there, recent pullback high is there, we want a breakout. Exactly, the breakout is done. Upper band breakout is also, closing above the upper Bollinger Band. First time in last 2-3 days, if you check, that is also confirmed. And RSI 60-80 zone, it should trade. Exactly, RSI is trading at 60-80 zone. This is the third confirmation. And the fourth confirmation, on the day highest volume should come. Exactly, if you check, the day highest volume is added. Let me put one vertical line to it. If you observe here, which is on 30th December 2025, highest volume is added. And last condition, which is very important, volume breakers breakout. If you observe in last 60 days, highest volume is here. And today, when M1 criteria meets, right, if all the conditions of M1 meets, it has to break the previous highest volume, but it should not exceed more than 2.5x of the whatever the last 60 days highest volume. So that is also confirmed. So once all these conditions are confirmed in any stock, next day if you see, this stock has rallied nearly 17.5% immediate next day. How much we expect in M1? Minimum 5% up to 20% immediate next day we expect a rally. So now let's discuss about the scanner part. I already built the M1 scanner. You can go to charting. Yeah, in this third page, I have a M1 scanner. You can see M1. So one single click, scanner get executed. If any stock which is qualifies, that will appear in the bottom. So now we will download the data and we'll check few months back, which few weeks and few months back, which other trades has come in M1, and we'll do some testing. You can see we discussed about Orient Tech. It has come in 30th of December. So here we check the stock, and recently you can see there was Stylish Bazaar 19.1. Let's check 19.1 how exactly the stock was doing. If I go to 19.1, yeah. So if you see 19.1 is here, we got the confirmation, and next day the stock has shot up 5.7%. Above 5% up to 20% is fine. And if you check our Dredge Corp, we got Oak Pharma, we got an 112. Let's check 112 Oak Pharma, how it was doing. So you can see Oak Pharma in M1, exactly we got here, this particular location. Next day, let's check how much it shot up. It shot up 6.7% immediate next day, then it closed with a doji. We want above 5%, any rally is fine. So Parag Milk also we discussed, which came on November, it's shot up more than 6% immediate next day. And also you can see you can download this data and you can do your own back testing. That is the best point of using the scanners and back testing. And you no need to do any kind of a manual analysis. Just one single click, the scanner will identify the stock, which is if any opportunity is there. So this is how we can execute the scanner, and we can identify any stock which qualified in momentum strength, which is pure BTST. I call this strategy name as a M1, Momentum Strategy 1. I have built many setups in last 9 years of my learning. In that I have a favorite scanners. One is, I'll show you my favorite setups. One is M1, and then M2, and L8 Wave 3, and M3, and BB Blast, and 500 crore turnover. So these are my favorite setups which I use only for BTST. Buy today, sell tomorrow. So these are the setups. Basically I run it after 3 p.m. just 20-30 minutes before market closing, and we look for the BTST opportunities. That's it for the today's session. If anyone looking for the M1 scanner along with the all other strategies, screeners, and complete training, can contact us on this number. We'll help you with the setting up all the screeners, strategies, and complete training. That's it guys. Thank you so much. I wish you all the very best.